What's up, everybody? From my last unboxing video, I did go ahead and leave up 4 pops here, and these are of course the 90s Batman villains from the movies, and I decided to go ahead and leave these up on this main shelf because I did finally get in the Danny DeVito Penguin and also the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman. Now the box of course is the same for each of them as far as what is on the back. It just shows those 2 particular pops. So now that I have these 2, the only one that I'm missing hasn't actually released yet, and that would be Poison Ivy, of course, from Batman and Robin. I'm waiting for that one to release as a specialty series figure, and then I will make sure I pick that one up, and of course I will share that on the channel. Now trust me, I am not taking a shot at Danny DeVito or anything like that, but I do have to point out that this is kind of a heavy pop. You know, it's surprisingly heavy considering that it is a shorter character, but it is very solid feeling, and you don't realize it until you actually hold the figure, like just how round the body actually feels, which is appropriate of course for the Penguin. So yeah, it looks very true of course to the movie. No surprise there. Nice hair sculpt. I love the hat there of course, and his suit is just really sharp. So yeah, it's very much on point with the movie. You can even see, and let me get it to focus here, that with his gloves there, and of course, you know, it's covering up his flipper like hands there. Yeah, so that is pretty accurate there. So yeah, overall really do like the look of this. The character within the movie, he could be pretty grotesque, you know, so I'm glad it's not pushed too far here with the pop figure. You know, it's just true enough to the character, you know, and I definitely like the shading, you know, the rings around the eyes. That works really well. The nose and everything in the brow is sculpted really well with this one. So yeah, it looks accurate enough to the character without representing that, you know, how grotesque he actually got within the movie, which I'm still not too crazy about pushing the character that far, because I think a Penguin as being a businessman, I mean, he was in the movie, but yeah, the grotesque aspects, they didn't have to take it that far in my personal opinion. Definitely let me know what you think about that. And then of course, you know, we had the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman, which looks absolutely amazing, very true to the movie. And of course, I love the stitching on the leather. You know, it really shows she put this outfit together herself. And this is probably one of the best castings ever in a comic book movie, in my opinion. I don't know if she gets enough credit. Michelle Pfeiffer was just, you know, perfect, no pun intended, as Catwoman. Even with the claws that she has, I mean, it's, you know, it's a small detail, tough to really show it, but they tried to make it, you know, obvious that this was something that she added on to the gloves, you know, that she really did piece it together herself, just like in the movie. So yeah, they did a great job with this. And of course, she has her whip. I like the way the whip is like curling around her body, you know. So yeah, all around this is a great pop. If you're a fan of this portrayal of the character, then yeah, I see no reason not to have this in your collection. I am cautiously optimistic about the upcoming Wonder Woman 84 movie. I do think Gal Gadot has been doing an amazing job as the character. I think that will continue. I'm a little bit concerned about them bringing back Chris Pine's character, because there was so much emotional weight to his death in the first movie. And it feels like, you know, she's gonna have to lose him again pretty much. So I don't know what's gonna happen there. I mean, I don't know that for sure. We'll have to wait and see what happens, but I am a little concerned about that. And then I really do like Kristen Wiig. I think she's absolutely hilarious. I just wonder if she's going to be threatening enough within the role of Cheetah. So those are my concerns, but I do think it's going to be a good movie overall. I'm putting some faith now into Warner Brothers with at least some of these movies, so we'll see what happens. But of course, I'm bringing up Wonder Woman 84 because I do have a couple of the pops here as well. I have the Hot Topic exclusive Wonder Woman with the golden armor shield. This is one I was really looking forward to. I didn't even realize this had shipped already, so it was a nice surprise. And yeah, of course, we will take a closer look at that one for sure. And they've actually done a lot of Wonder Woman pops. I'm not going to get too many of these. May just stick mainly to that one there. I did get the Target exclusive, which you see is a gold chrome figure here. This one I will leave in the box because I'm actually not 100% sure how I feel about this one. I'll be honest, it was a bit of an impulse buy. So I'm going to take some time and think on it. If I feel like it doesn't fit well into my collection, if I'm not going to really want to keep it long term, then this is something that might get, you know, added into my giveaway prize pool. So I'm going to see about that one. I'm just not going to open that one up for right now. And then of course, I absolutely had to get Cheetah because I do think that Cheetah looks fantastic, and going to be very interesting to see how she looks within the actual movie. But just in terms of design, it looks very promising. You know, I'll give them that for sure. I have more Wonder Woman pops in my collection than I thought I ever would have, and it's because a lot of them are really well done. And I would say especially the DCEU ones. There's a lot of them that are actually pretty good. Now, again, with this movie, I think there's, maybe an overload of them to an extent. But the thing about, multiple variants of a character is, of course, you just go with the ones that you like. You don't have to purchase them all. So yeah, for me personally, this is the one that really stands out based off of Wonder Woman 84. I love the way the wings wrap around her to form that shield, and you can still see plenty of good details. Now, of course, you have to kind of look from certain angles there. I mean, you see the hair sculpt is on point. She does have the lasso of truth on her waist there. Yeah, so all the cool details are there along with the character. But yeah, I love the shield effect going on there. I think that is really awesome. It really does make her look like a warrior, in my opinion. You see this one does come with a stand because normally with the female characters they have slim feet, so it's to help it to stay standing up, of course. And this one I may actually want to display out of the box for a while because it is really cool looking. Now, if this one had a metallic paint job, of course that would set it off even more. I'd be very happy with that, but it's not completely necessary. Now, Cheetah here actually does not have a stand, and I think it's because her feet are essentially like paws, I guess, there, and they are a little bit wider than normal feet. You see how they look there. And yeah, again, I really like this design. I don't think the character typically has blonde hair like this, but it works so well. And I like how the spots are leading into the hair there. Yeah, and check that out on the back. And again, I've said this many times, sometimes you got to get your pops out to really see all the details, because I didn't even know that her hair faded into this other color. That looks really cool. That's really well done. Or she has it, being Cheetah, she has a tail back there, so yeah, this is a really cool looking pop. Very much happy with it. She is in somewhat of a fight pose, maybe not very vicious looking. In fact, her hands look really normal. Like, they don't really look like like there's claws, like claw type hands going on like she typically has. I would not be surprised if we end up with a variant of this particular pop, and especially if the character ends up being really popular within the movie, which there is a potential for that. Like I said, Kristen Wiig, I think she's a great comedian, and comedians can tend to do drama and other things pretty well, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, from a design standpoint, I think people are really going to be into this character as long as the CGI is not bad like Ares turned out in the first movie. Then I think we could be looking at a pretty good villain here, and I would be open for seeing a variant of this pop. Two things here before I move on. For one thing, I should have realized that another reason Cheetah doesn't have a stand is because her tail actually helps the figure stand up. So yeah, there's no problem with that figure standing. And while I have all these DC pops in front of you, I do want to point out that Hot Toys actually has a lot of very cool Cos babies on the way. So a lot of figures that have released recently related to DC, I may be doing some double dipping in terms of characters, just because those Cos babies look so amazing to me personally. I know the price point is higher than Pops, but I do think the quality is higher as well, and yeah, that's really what it comes down to. So of course I'm not going to try to get all of them, but I do want to add some of those Cos babies into my collection. So don't be surprised if you see those in the future on my channel, because I really do like the Batman villain ones. They got ones based off the Dark Knight trilogy, of course, and then they also have the Wonder Woman ones, Wonder Woman 84. It's just a good selection. So yeah, definitely going to be adding in some of those to my collection. If you're a big DC fan, I think you should maybe go for a couple of those once they are available, although there are pre-orders open already for those particular figures. Now, moving along here, I did get another DC pop. This was an older one, and this is actually a Suicide Squad one. And if you've been with the channel, I'm not really a big fan of that movie, but I do like the character designs. That's why I've actually held on to my pops based on the Suicide Squad and even Batman vs Superman and Justice League, those movies that I'm not super crazy about. I do like the character designs, so I do have here now Killer Croc. I already had the common one, but the glow in the dark one, I did want to get this eventually, and now I have it, especially because a friend of mine showed me what the glow looks like. I had never seen the glow on it. It is highly impressive, and of course I'm going to share that with you all. So I may not unbox this figure necessarily right now, but I'll make sure you at least see the glow for it. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen this pop before, so yeah, I like the design, what they did with him in the movie. Definitely wish the character actually had more to do in the movie. There's one more variant of Killer Croc as him with a hood on, and yeah, even though I'm not a fan of Suicide Squad, I can see picking that one up as well, just because I like the look of it, you know, when it comes down to it. It's been mostly DC in this particular video, but I did pick up one more Marvel pop here. I actually already had the Target exclusive variant of this pop, but I decided to go ahead and get the common as well. So I have here the Gamerverse Iron Man, which you know, is him landing in the hero pose. I think that's the main reason I decided to go for this one. The more I thought about it, I was like, I really do like the pose of that. And of course, with it being hot cash time as well, I was like, yeah, let me take advantage of that and let this be one of the figures that I pick up. It's simple, but I like it. Iron Man is definitely my favorite Marvel character. There's sometimes I almost debate that in my mind, but you know, I just keep coming back to Iron Man. He's my favorite character. Not a perfect character by any means. You know, Tony Stark obviously is flawed, but I actually like flawed characters. I'm cool with that, you know. So yeah, the design of this armor is on point. I think it looks great. I'm assuming that within the game, the upcoming Avengers game, that, you know, there'll be different armors that you can rock. I'm looking forward to seeing what that variety is like. That looks painful there, the way that his foot is bent, you know, with the toe. But I guess that's partly to make this be able to stand, because you see it doesn't come with a stand. But yeah, this particular armor here looks great. I really like the you know, the Target exclusive variant, the way it has some different coloring to it. The design is a bit different. So yeah, like I said, I'm hoping that the game turns out to be cool, because yeah, they're gonna have a lot of characters. There's no doubt about that. You know, we'll just have to see what the gameplay is like, though, when it comes down to it, and hopefully a strong story as well. But yeah, I'm very happy now that I went ahead and got this particular pop. Let's go ahead and see him there in that pose. Yeah, so yeah, he stays up pretty easily, no problem there. That is a pretty cool pop. The final figure I'm going to share here is one that comes along with a viewing recommendation. If you are of the right age, I definitely think you should check out Castlevania on Netflix. The animation is amazing. You know, it's anime style, and it's based off of course, the game series. And I was about to say one of my favorite characters, but no, she is my favorite character in the series. I have here the pop of Sipho. And if you follow Funko News, then you may have seen her image at the end of the video, because I put her up on that screen a couple of times. And also, if you're new to the channel, the reason I do that, it's not like I'm telling people to look for these for me. It's just because a lot of people ask me what pops am I interested in. So at the end of Funko News, I let you see, you know, what is currently on my to-get list, basically. So yeah, this is one I knew I was going to add into my collection at some point. And I got this one at a really good price, shipped. Yeah, and just happy to have her, because she's an amazing character. You know, from the stance that she has here, and I'm gonna leave her in box for now, but with the stance that she has going on there, you can tell that she is a magic user there, and she's just a really fun character. She has a sense of humor, and she's also like very tough. Like, she's one of the best fighters within the series, you know, from using her magic, of course. She's a really tough character and just awesome all the way around. There's a lot of great characters within the series, and I may get some more of the pop figures. You see that they only have 5 of them within this set. Dracula especially has a really nice mold. I really like the way they did his pop. I feel like Alucard could have been done better, but yeah, I may get some more of the pops, and then we'll see if they do any more based on this series. But again, like I said, if you are of the right age, definitely check out Castlevania. They've already had 3 seasons at this point. The first season, I think, was only like 4 episodes, and trust me, it gets even better from there. So yeah, check that out if you've not done so. It is great viewing. When GameStop was still open, I was actually seeing some new Castlevania figures, which look really well done. They're tempting, but I gotta start being a little bit picky about some of the things that I add into my collection for the sake of space. Like I already mentioned, I know there's some things coming up that I want to pick up, like the, you know, the Cos babies based off of the DC characters. So I got to think ahead as far as that is concerned. But what I want to hear from you all, not just about pops, because I think anybody checking out this video, especially up to this point, is a Funko Pop collector. But besides pops, you know, let me know what else you are looking to add into your collection. You know, what action figures or statues are catching your eye right now. That's what I really would like to hear from you all down in the comments. And also, if you think there are any particular collectibles you think that I would be interested in, if you really know what my taste is like. I mean, obviously I'm very much into comic book related stuff. You know, give me some suggestions in the comments as well. I definitely would appreciate that. And one more thing, if you have some viewing recommendations as well, some things that you're watching right now that you think are interesting that I probably should check out, let me know that as well. You know, I definitely look forward to checking that out in the comments. But yeah, as always, thank you all so much for taking the time to check out the video. Thank you all so much for the support. Please drop a like if you've not done so already. That is a very easy way to support my content. But yeah, that's going to do it for now, and I will talk to you all again real soon.